Hi, this is Alan Ritchie with Stoneware. I just wanted to make this quick video to illustrate Stoneware's forms and reporting capabilities. What I'm about to show you was created all within Stoneware. I used some sample data that was on a spreadsheet Tina supplied to me. This is all fake student data. It's just something that I was able to put in a database. And so what you're about to see is data actually being pulled from the database, graphs being generated from data, and so forth. And really, at the end of the day, as long as you have a way to logically store the data in a database and we can retrieve it, pretty much the sky is the limit when it comes to forms and reporting. So what we would do in this case is you can see I created a link called class test scores. Any user who you wanted to give permission to this would see it once you added them to it. They would just go ahead and click the icon or the link and run it. Once it came up, you can see that I've mimicked what the spreadsheet looked like. And, I just did some color coding up here so it separates. You can really do whatever you want. It's HTML, so you can get as fancy or as simple as you want to get. So all this data that's being pulled in is actually in a database that I have. And I just want to show you a few examples. So here's an example of some linking. You can see these student IDs, they're hyperlinked. You can link this to any type of information you have. I chose to link it to just the address information just to show you that you can link. You can pull this up anywhere within the system. So any type of data you have on your students, you can pull this up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be an address information. It can be some kind of additional testing information. Anything that you want to link this to based on the student ID, you can link to as long as you have that data being stored in conjunction with the student ID. So as you can see, you have some data coming across here. There's a few spots where I put hyperlinks in just to show you some examples. This is by no means everything it can do. It's literally just some examples I wanted to throw together so you can kind of visualize some of the things you can do. So here in the top 40 column, I just hyperlink this, and if you click top 40, it'll give you a graph that breaks out teachers with students in the top 40. So if you ever, wanted to know who has the most students in the top 40, you can do this. That might be valuable information. It might not be, but the point is you can pull in this stuff. This graph took me 30 seconds to create. You don't have to be a graphics artist. You don't have to know how to make HTML do these hovers. Uh, the the graph will do it all for you. All you got to do is have a logical query that does a count and a series. So we go over here to the side, and you can see this PLI for Ames 2011. Hyperlink that, and all that's really doing is breaking down all the PLI scores that we have in the system and showing you that in a graph format. So just another example there. If we come over here to PLI for benchmark 1, same scenario, but I'm going with a different graph. So you can see how, you can use multiple graphs, and the graphs I show here are probably about 50% of the graphs we have available. So again, same scenario, you can choose to show the legends, you can color code things differently. Again, no graphic experience here. I just plugged in a query, and Stoneware does all the rest. So if we come down here to benchmark 2 PLI, just click that one. And here's another example of a graph, so an area graph. So you can color code things depending on if you have different series. So depending on how you set the graph up, here I just kind of did a blanket area. But if I wanted, I could have added in some series, and you'll see kind of like a terrain type looking graph. Depending on what kind of analysis you're doing, that could be extremely useful. So, it's there if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, then, just choose something that's appropriate for the situation. So down here in benchmark 3, I'll show you an example of another graph, which is a scatter graph breakdown. So, you can choose here again to color code however you need to do it, add in ceiling values. It really all depends on whatever type of data you're trying to analyze. You're going to have to make that call as you're going on. But the basically the opportunity to do all kinds of really cool graphs and analysis is there as long as you have a way to retrieve the data. That's the big thing here that I can't stress enough is you got to have a method to pull this data out of. So as long as you have that, you are golden and good to go. So again, I just wanted to show you a quick example of a report I put together that was kind of showing data that was in a spreadsheet I got from Tina, and just kind of showing you how easy it is to start to create really, really cool dynamic stuff. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you can drill down 10 levels deep. There's no end. You can drill down here. You can create another drill down based on a slice you click there. Based on the information that comes back from that, you can do another drill down, and you get the picture. You can just keep going and going and going. So I hope this helped with your decision-making process. As I said, just want to throw this video quickly together for you so you can at least visualize it. Me being in technology education administration my entire career before I came to Stoneware, for me, it's always easier if I actually see something in action. So I wanted to do that for you guys. Take care and have a great day.